is your bipolar bestie Taji, and this is my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to give like a short introduction of who I am so you guys can get to know me. And as I make more episodes, you guys will definitely get to know me and what I do, who I am, things like that. So first off, my name is Tajanae, but I go by Taji, and I'm 29 years old. I'm a veteran. I'm a college student. I'm a mom. I'm a traveler, and I like to digital plan. I'm currently in college with a major of psychology because I want to be a child life specialist. So today on this episode, we are going to do a little Q&A about mental health because that's what my channel is going to be about. Mental health, beauty, college, traveling, and just things like that. So let's get started with the Q&A. So the first question is, what inspired my channel? So what inspired my channel is I am an advocate for mental health, and I like to advocate not only for myself, but for other people. And I wanted to create a safe space, like create a community of people, who may be reaching out for help, who may be struggling and things like that. And I want them to come and feel safe. I want them to watch my videos and go, you know what? If she can go through the things that she's been through and still be resilient, then so can I. That's pretty much what inspired my channel. So the next question is, do you think the highlight of your mental health started in the military, or was it before then? So before I joined the military, I struggled with my mental health at about 16. So I had panic attacks around the age of 16. I had to take medicine for them, and I wouldn't say they went away, but I kind of learned how to cope with, my panic attacks, my mental health, and things like that. So I went on for a few years, and I was this bubbly, happy person with this huge personality. I was a people's person. I loved to socialize and things like that. So that was me, when I first joined the military. So during, as I got more stressed, with work and the responsibility of being a mom and things like that, that's when my mental health started to, go back downhill. So I would say the military, no shade, was definitely the highlight of my mental health because I have a condition or a disorder called bipolar 1 disorder. And that happened to me I struggled with that my last 2 years of my military career. So I kind of started struggling. Actually, I would say the last 4 years. I kind of started struggling when I had my last child, and that was 2020. So, and before that, I also struggled with postpartum depression with all 3 of my children. But going back to the bipolar, I always, around 2020, I had a feeling that I was bipolar. And I remember I kept complaining to my healthcare provider. I was complaining to my therapist. I wasn't given a psychiatrist at that time, but talking to my therapist, and I was told it's anxiety, it's depression, and things like that. But I knew that this was different. This was something else. So I kept advocating for myself until I got to my last duty station. And that's when my therapist there took me serious. And she started my medical discharge, and I got medically discharged out of the Army. And yeah, so I definitely say the Army and all the stressors and, like I said, the responsibilities that I had definitely was the highlight of my mental health. Um, the next question is, how was your mental health affected, or how has your mental health been affected since you got out of the military? So since I've been out of the military, I would say it's been up and down. So when I first got out, y'all, I was like, I am free. I am out of the military. I'm not going to stress anymore. Life is just going to be so great. And life humbled the hell out of me. Like, life was lifing. And I was unmedicated. I didn't have a therapist. I didn't have a psychiatrist. So I was doing this all on my own. So around maybe the second month of going through this unmedicated, I said, you know what? I can't continue to struggle like this. I have to get myself together. So I went and I got help. I, spoke to a therapist. I spoke to a psychiatrist. I got on a medication plan. I got on, treatment plan, like speaking with a psychiatrist, speaking with a therapist regularly. And ever since then, it's been uphill. Now, I will say there are down days, there are really bad days, but I've learned to just, push through them, because a bad day does not define your life. It's just a bad day. And we've all made it through, bad days where we think, okay, this is the end. This is the worst day ever. Like, you made it through those days, and I've made it through those days. So yeah, that's what life has been like since I got out of the military. That's how my mental health has been. How did you cope with mental health crisis before finding the resources you needed to cope with it? So I did not cope. I did not cope in a healthy way. There we go. So to cope with my mental health, I smoked, I drank, and neither one of those really helped. So finding the resources was really like how I had to cope. Like, I had to reach out for help. So reaching out for help was like the highlight of me, like, getting through my mental health crisis, because during that summer after I got out of the military, definitely had a mental health crisis. So like I said, the resources, they really helped me cope. So the next question is, what coping mechanisms do you use? So some coping mechanisms that I use is I reach out to my healthcare provider, my therapist, my psychiatrist, around the first moment that I feel myself like going downhill, or I partake in a hobby. But I have a lot of hobbies, y'all. I'm always switching hobbies. I'm always switching interests, but it keeps me busy and it keeps me going. And I think that's a coping mechanism that works for me. Always finding something to do, having, a hobby, having an interest, and just doing different things, like all the things I like to do. And practicing self-care is definitely a coping mechanism for me. So the next question is, how do you cope being a mom, student, and individual with bipolar? So how I cope with being a mom is I have support. And that is the biggest thing that I needed being a mom. So I was a single mom for years. And up until now, well, when I have the support that I need, it was a struggle. And I really had to just be super mom and just, do it by myself. And like I said, it was a struggle. So I cope now with being a mom, knowing that my kids love me unconditionally and that we have fun, we go places, we do things, and that's how I cope with being a mom. Now, school, I'm still learning how to cope, because this semester right here, it's not it. And that's me being open and honest. Like, I am, I love school. Let's just say that. I love school. I have school spirit. Like, I am that college girl. Like, I really love school. However, with my mental health and how it was for the last couple of weeks, kind of went downhill. But I'm learning that if I reach out for help and I'm open with my professors, I'm open with the Office of Disability Accommodations and, with the Veteran Center, then as long as I'm, reaching out for help, that will help me cope. Like they give me coping mechanisms that I need. They give me, just different things that I need to be able to get through this struggle because your girl is on the struggle bus this semester. But I know that I'll get through it. And I know that, this doesn't define my college journey. So as an individual with bipolar, I cope by, again, being open and transparent and calling my psychiatrist, calling my therapist when I feel like, okay, it's getting out of control. I can't do this. I need help. And they also give me coping mechanisms like reminding me to practice self-care, giving me different things to like read or, telling me to journal or just giving me a space to be able to vent what I'm going through. The next question is, what does a great day look like for you? And what does a bad day look like for you? So a great day for me looks like getting out of bed, putting on my makeup, putting on my good wig. First, shower and brush my teeth. But, after picking out a nice outfit, like I said, putting on my makeup, putting on my good wig, and just getting out and running errands, like going to Target, going to Bath and Body Works, going to the mall, and then coming home and just, digital planning or doing things like taking pictures with my camera, trying to get the settings right. And yeah, a great day for me is a happy day. Like I'm just happy all day. I am uppity. I'm just ready to get through the day and things like that. Now, a bad day, y'all, that is another episode. That is a long story because a bad day for me looks like a terrible day. Like it could be I'm overly aggressive. It could be I'm really like irritated. I'm angry. I'm sad. Like mood swings that I really can't control and things like that. So a bad day for me looks like just staying in bed and feeling like I cannot go on with the day. However, again, I don't let bad days define me. So, after I allow myself the space to lay down and just get my frustrations out and just sit and soak a little bit. I will say that I will sit and soak a little bit. But after that, I say, okay, today may be a bad day, but tomorrow is going to be a great day. And I keep going and going and going. And I may have a few bad days at a time, but I keep telling myself, okay, tomorrow is going to be a great day. Tomorrow is going to be a great day until I get to the point where, okay, today is a great day. So, yeah. Have you found what truly makes you happy in life, or are you still working on it? So, what truly makes me happy in life is, of course, being a mom. But what, else makes me happy in life is helping people. I love to help people. I love to be a listening ear to people. I may not, be a great talker. I may not, give good advice, but I'm always here to listen. And I'm always here to share my story, to let people know that I may be like, look like this happy person, this, uppity person. But at the end of the day, I struggle too, but I get through it. And if I can get through it, you can get through it. And if you can't get through it, we can get through this together. So that's what makes me happy is helping people. last question is, how do you deal with this happiness you got since being out the military? I'm out the military. That's my happiness. No, again, no shade to the military. I love the military. I love being a veteran. I love the benefits, that I got from it. And I love the experience that I got. Now, at one point, I was not having the best experience. And that's also another episode where I'll talk about that. But um, again, I get to be a full-time college student. I get to be a stay-at-home mom. I just get all the things and get to do all the things. Like I get to travel on a random Wednesday when I feel like it. And I deal with that by just being grateful that I get these opportunities to do the things that I do. So that's how I basically deal with the happiness. I just think of all the things that I get to do. So that is going to wrap up my first episode. I know this was just the Q&A and a short introduction, but as I go on with these episodes, I'll start to open up more and talk about more. So on the next episode, I'm going to talk about my journey and my story with bipolar 1 disorder and how I knew I was bipolar, what my symptoms were, what mania looks like, what a depressive episode looks like, and what a mixed episode looks like. So that's the next episode, and I hope you guys enjoyed my video. See you next week. Bye.